You've changed. It's the three-word sentence that stops every recovering people pleaser in their tracks. It sounds like an accusation. It feels like a threat. It implies that the old you was better and the new you is broken. Look, let me tell you this. When a toxic partner says you've changed, they are not actually saying they miss your personality. What they are really saying is you have stopped obeying. They are mourning the loss of your compliance, not the loss of your character. I want you to think of your old dynamic like a vending machine. For years, your partner or family member could press a button, guilt, silence, criticism, and you would dispense exactly what they wanted. You give them the apologies, over-functioning, the reassurance. They press a button and you worked perfectly. You were reliable. But now you've set a boundary. You've changed. So what happens when a vending machine takes your money but doesn't drop the soda? You don't walk away. You shake it. You kick it. You get frustrated. You've changed. It's them shaking the machine. They are trying to see if they can rattle you enough to get the old mechanism working again. If you apologize here, you're teaching them that shaking the machine works. But here is the danger, and you need to be ready for this. In psychology, when you stop reinforcing a behavior, it often gets worse before it stops. This is called an extinction burst. This is the moment they stop just shaking the machine and they start trying to tip it over. When you hold your new boundary, they might get louder. They might get meaner to you. Or they might go silent. And sometimes that silence is often scarier than the yelling. This is them trying to tip the machine. Most people break here. They see the chaos and they think, maybe I was too harsh. Then they feed the machine again, just to stop the noise. But that is exactly what teaches them that escalation works. So how do you hold steady when they try to tip you over? You need new weapons. You cannot use your old words, the ones that used to keep the peace. When they say you've changed, or I don't know who you are anymore, I want you to use the script I'm about to give you. I call this first one the shield. This is for low conflict. Use this when you want to de-escalate without giving in. When they say you've changed, you used to be so easy going, you tell them, you're right, I have changed. I'm not comfortable with the things I used to be. Don't talk about what they do here. The focus is on you. Why does this work? You are not fighting the label. You are owning it. You can't argue with someone who agrees with you. The second script is the sword. This one is for medium firmness, when you just want to be firm a little bit. Use this when they try to make your growth sound like a betrayal. So, for example, when they say, I feel like I don't even know you anymore, you tell them, I know the dynamic is different now. But I'm not changing at you. I'm changing for me. And I'm hoping we can navigate who I am becoming together. Why does this work? It separates your growth from their victimization. The third script is the wall. This is when you want to be very, very firm. Use this when they are being aggressive. So for example, when they say you are being selfish or difficult, you tell them, I understand this is an adjustment, but I can't go back to ignoring my own needs just to keep things familiar. That version of me is gone. This closes the door on the past. It signals to them that the old you isn't coming back to save them. Hearing you've changed is actually a graduation ceremony. It means your boundaries are working. So, congratulations. The vending machine is finally out of order. But once they realize shaking the machine and even tipping it over won't get what they want, they often switch tactics. They switch to the most painful weapon of all. Can you guess what it is? The silence. So if you're worried that your boundaries are going to lead to being frozen out, subscribe to the Bridge Forward. In the next video, we are going to talk about the silent treatment and what to do when they punish you by withdrawing completely. You haven't changed at all. You've just woken up. I'll see you in the next one.